Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between. It's Tuesday night, it's 7:30. It's time for another episode of
Through the Garden Gate.
Jamie is already in. He was the first person. Hello, Jamie.
I made a point of being first.
It's 11:30 in California.
Oh, lovely.
Comments.
11:30 in California. I bet it's a lot bloody nicer than it is here.
Yeah, it's been bitter here today, and it's
Yeah,
not raining.
Jamie, why is it always bitter here when...
Really cold. We haven't had any rain. I can hear the rain on your roof now.
Yeah,
it's
light. Luckily.
Yeah, light.
Hopefully, it don't get any heavier, or I'll have to move.
It's the boot room.
Oh, sure we can
We're
cope.
going into the gardening question. When the scores are
Straight in, are we?
2,
Straight in. Bang.
you go. But Jamie, as promised, it is a vegetable fact.
Oh, thanks.
Vegetable question. And why do I keep saying facts? I'm going into the past.
So we'll do the same again. Write it in the comment, and then we'll press enter when we're both ready.
Go on then.
Go on
Let's
then,
get
George.
another one wrong.
Trying to find the point. Give me some time.
Okay.
Which vegetable contains more protein than steak?
More protein.
Wow.
What's protein?
You know what protein is? You're 40 years old. Come on.
This is a guess. There might be other things, but it's a bit random. I know it's got protein in it.
And
I know.
after the answer, we've got some info as well.
Oh, cool. That's what we need.
After the answer.
What vegetable has got more protein than a steak?
Right, I've put mine. We're going to go then.
Say when.
Now.
Oh.
We've gone beans. Jamie's gone soya bean. I've gone runner bean. Who's right, George?
Nobody.
Go on then. What's the answer?
Broccoli.
Ah.
Broccoli's got protein.
I nearly went asparagus. That might have been closer.
Yeah.
I would not have thought that one bit.
Broccoli.
Come on then, tell us why.
Broccoli, gram for gram, it contains more protein than most meats, including steak.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Gram for gram. So how much does one floret weigh? That's the thing. Have you got to eat?
A steak's worth of broccoli.
Have you got to eat a carrier bag full?
I'm surprised you did when you got that.
Carrier bag full to be the equivalent to a steak.
Yeah. Well, a big head of broccoli is quite heavy, isn't it? So it probably isn't
I
that
suppose
far
so, yeah.
off the steak.
Yeah. Depends what steak you get.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, about broccoli, I love the stalk. Well done. Well done.
I'm surprised you didn't
Easier
get
one next week then. That one was too hard for both of us.
Yeah, the stalk. Look,
I'm not going
Steph
easy. I'm
if you-
not going easy, Dad. I'm not
cut
going
the
easy.
stalk
I'm
off.
not letting me get it just that easy every time.
Okay. Yeah, the stalk has got as much goodness as in as the top bit, hasn't it?
I love it, and it tastes better, to be honest. I peel it
And
until you
that
get the
means
nice
I
and soft bit. Get it to a nice soft bit, and then just eat it raw.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, I've got one this year. I can't remember the exact variety, but I just got the seed today, and it produces like a smaller floret. And then once you've taken that floret off, it'll carry on producing florets that are smaller. So it's almost like a cross between a normal broccoli and purple sprouting, but it'll do it in one season rather than having to grow it, wait for the following year, and then get your heads.
Right. Well, that's a good one.
That'd be interesting to see that one.
You'll have to let us know what variety that is.
And adding me into it, where every time that both of you get it wrong, I get a point.
Oh, you get a point. So you've got 1 point now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And
Right.
baby,
Okay.
I'm above you. I'm above you.
I'm sure he'll get
I don't mind.
He'll get one.
I'm not a bad loser, George. I don't mind.
And we're learning every week.
Yeah,
Never knew broccoli.
definitely. Yeah. Broccoli rabe is good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've grown that one before. That one's quite a little one.
I think I tried, but that didn't happen. What's them little things? Them oh God, little cabbages. What are they called, Nick? Little tiny
Oh, like the
Look,
kalettes.
Kalettes, that's it. Yeah, I want to try them.
Yeah, they look good.
Dad, no.
Yeah,
Broccoli rab is
Yeah,
good
that's what we're
for
saying.
that too, yeah.
just probably like
That's what we're saying.
mini cabbages, I guess. The Kalettes.
Don't you have the head of it first, and then like later on in the season you get the kalettes?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think so. I thought they all just grew like maybe
Like sprouts, aren't they?
Brussels sprouts, but they don't tighten up into a ball. They're just like little mini
Mini cabbages.
cabbages.
Yeah,
Kalettes. Yeah,
very good.
brilliant.
Right, off you go then. Thanks for that. That was a good one. Oh, before you go,
Yeah.
what are you
Brown
grateful for this week?
Oh. The same answer.
No, I want a different one. Like what have you done at school, or
Nothing. School's rubbish.
have you not had a good weekend? Was there anything this weekend you were grateful for?
Evening.
Oh. Living.
Living. There we go.
Living.
See you next week.
That's a good
It's
one.
not a nice day for living today, though.
Bye.
See you next week.
Loves it, doesn't he?
When he said kalettes are lovely roasted.
Sam said lovely roasters. Yeah. Are they got any head to them at all, or are they just literally loads of leaves?
I think they're just leaves, aren't they? They don't have like a heart.
There's no firm bit and no heart, no firm bit in the middle.
I think they're almost like a lettuce, aren't they? Like an open lettuce.
A broccoli lettuce.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I definitely want to try some of those. They're on my list.
Lots to harvest, lots of leaves.
Just loads of leaves. Interesting. What have you been doing in the garden, Mark?
Not a lot, really.
Apart from getting cold and wet.
Weeding, mostly. Trying to get the weeds out so that the snowdrops look at their best. Rather than snowdrops with weeds. Because the weeds never stop. I think they've stopped for about 2 weeks when we had that cold spell, but other than that, they've carried on.
What, the weeds? See, I don't have that problem with my snowdrops. I've taken some videos and things and we've put a reel together, but my snowdrops and the apple tree are looking amazing.
Yours are in the grass, though, aren't they? So
yeah. So I made sure I give them, a good cut latter end of the year, and that's it. Bit of leaf raking and really good. Snowdrops, aconites, crocuses. It's lovely.
I drove past somewhere today that had aconites underneath, like these big old beech trees, and it was just this absolute carpet of aconites, nothing else, and it just looked stunning. I mean, they must have been there, a good long time, but they really do seed themselves well, aconites. Got them at work, and you can see where the new ones have sort of come up from, because they don't have a flower in the first few years. You just got the leaf. No. But yeah, they seem to be quite good at seeding themselves, the aconites.
So are they seeding themselves, or do they come up, multiply like?
I think both, but I think the seed gets going a lot quicker than what the bulbs divide themselves. Whereas snowdrops tend to be more bulbs, although they will seed themselves. They don't do it.
No.
More
see, my snowdrops are doing well because you might remember I bought some quite nice ones over the last few years.
Expensive
My
one.
my golden fleece is now the third year I've had it, and it's now got 3 flowers on. So, and one I've got last year called the Alan Gray, that's now got 2. So they're probably only
Right.
they're not big clump makers, not very quick like some are.
No.
Like you get the standard Nivalis ones, you can put one in, and next year there'll be 10 there. But I've also noticed they spread a long way.
Yeah.
Because I've now got them popping up in the rest of the lawn, probably 2 or 3 meters away from anything else.
Oh wow. They must be ones that are seeding then, I guess.
They must have been blown off in the sea, in the wind, mustn't they?
Yeah.
Because they can't. Surely they wouldn't go under the ground and pop up 2 meters away.
Well, what they tend to do is they go sort of sideways, and then you end up going on top of each other. So if you dig up a big clump of mature snowdrops, they're just like a massive lump of bulbs. They sort of go on top of each other.
But then saying that, where our stables are, which have been there now 7 years, that was like what we used to call our little woodland area. There used to be snowdrops in there, but of course we put the stables on top of them, and now we've got a row of snowdrops along the side of the stables.
Right, they've worked their way out.
So they must have, over 7 years, they've keep working away, and they've found amazing things, aren't they?
Yeah.
You'd be able to find their way.
You probably, if you ever take their stable down and it's bare earth again, you probably get a massive load of them just pop up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it'd be like carpet. Yeah, I love my snowdrops. I wouldn't say I'm a glampophile yet, but I think I'm getting there.
You're definitely on your way, that's for sure.
Snowdrop day next week at East Ruston, so I'll go and have a look about again.
Very early this year, because I mean they've been in flower since I went back after Christmas. So usually it's like now they're starting, but they've been going a good few weeks. They're probably hitting their best now.
I would say now, this next couple of weeks, they're lovely, absolutely lovely. But the thing is, I look out my window and they look amazing, the carpet of all the colours, but in a camera, it doesn't show it up as well in a camera.
No.
Really don't.
Unless you've got, like an entire woodland.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get the impressiveness of it.
Yeah. And I haven't done a reel of it yet, but I've done my mistletoe.
Oh yeah. See if that works. Just wait.
Done all that. They are the stickiest seeds you've ever known.
You can make glue from it.
Really, really sticky, and you can pull it, go, and it just...
Yeah, it's like PVA glue or something, isn't it?
Stickier. Horrendous stuff. Absolutely horrendous stuff. But I suppose it has to be to make them stick to the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know how long it stays sticky for. It must be a certain amount of time for the seed to get going in.
Yeah, to get going. So I've done it a few different ways. I shaved a bit of bark back and peeled it up and stuck a few under there and put a few in like an old knot hole, and then just stuck some underneath and stuck some on the top just to see which ones would take best, if at all.
What tree have you done it on? Your apple?
Yeah, the big Bramley.
Well, that should work. That's fairly gnarly, isn't it, an apple tree?
Oh, really gnarly that is, yeah. Yeah. Big old beautiful one.
It'll be good. It works.
Yeah, brilliant.
A fresh supply of mistletoe every Christmas.
How long it'll take to actually produce?
I think once it gets going,
on.
It's quite quick. Because obviously it's almost like a perennial, isn't it?
If you look up at the... thanks ever so much.
Right.
If you look up in the trees now, as you're driving along or whatever, having a walk, really high, you see the bunches of them.
Yeah, you can just, they're like balls, aren't they?
Yeah.
Inside the tree.
It's going to work on mine. I can feel it in the water.
Better than your leafers.
Yeah. All right. Come on in. Looking forward to tonight.
Our guest tonight is a cottage gardener and allotmentier. changed her career to become a gardener through the RAG scheme. As featured in Modern Gardens magazine, her favourite mindful act is arranging the gorgeous blooms she grows in her garden. Let's welcome Laura Woolley at Laura's Little Cottage Garden.
Hey,
Great.
Hello.
good evening.
Good evening. How are we all?
Not
Good, thank
bad.
you.
What about you?
Yeah, not bad.
Have you
Managed to get the kids in bed early, so that's a bit of a treat.
Oh.
Have you got miserable weather where you are?
Oh, it's horrible. Absolutely disgusting.
No. I think we keep forgetting it is winter. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I didn't really mind January. I think I've seen a lot of people moaning about how long it was, and I didn't feel like that because
No.
I think because I had hellebores in the garden. But like I was off today, and did I go outside once? I didn't even go out to open up the greenhouse because it's just too disgusting.
Yeah, it's really cold as well. And I was at work and I bashed my finger with a hammer.
Oh,
I
not
didn't
good.
even really know about it. I didn't even know it was bleeding because my hands were that
Because you couldn't feel your fingers.
for about 10 minutes. And all of a sudden I kept seeing this blood everywhere. But where the hell's that coming from?
Oh my goodness.
But they are, never mind. My hands are all
A reason not
beaten
to
up.
work.
Yeah.
A reason not to work in those cold temperatures then.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get much choice, Mark, sometimes. It's been dry in Cumbria. Oh, wow. Lucky
That's
you.
a surprise. That's the first time.
Normally worse up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Laura, how are you?
I'm good. Good.
Yeah.
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 You?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
Apart from the injury.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's nothing compared to some. Normally I've got scars over my head. Oh no. Sorry about it. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your garden.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm not going to do the normal. Let's start from the beginning. I'm going to jump all over the place. Go left. Right,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, because what I always say to you, and I think I did a couple of weeks back. Where's your hellebores? Oh, I love your hellebores.
I've still got quite a few, not in flower yet. So, yeah, but I had. Well, they're all over the place, to be honest, because like Marc was saying, the snowdrops were early, and they are. And so I've had like my red hellebore was really early, but I've got one in the front garden that's like a white spotted one, and that is usually in flower on Boxing Day, and that still isn't in flower yet. It's just budding.
Oh, wow.
So things seem to be a little bit all over the place, but I don't know if it's because the ones that are in flower in the back garden they got more sun. So that could be why. Because obviously there's not a lot of that going around at the moment, sun.
Definitely not.
So yeah, the one in the front seems to be struggling, and actually that's kind of where hellebore started for me. I bought one and I planted it in the front garden, and it just got huge within like a year or two. So they obviously really like it in the front garden. They're in the shade of the house all day long. Obviously there isn't really any shade because there isn't any sun, and it's free draining, but they do seem to really like it, the conditions in the front garden, for some reason. Do
hellebores have like early flower and later flowering ones?
Yes, they do. So like Helleborus niger, which is the classic white, is it called like a Christmas rose?
Yeah.
That is always a really early one. I don't really have.
Thing.
Yeah. I don't really have many of those anymore. I used to have loads of them, but I think they're a relatively short-lived hellebore. But yeah. I like that they're staggered because there's something exciting to go and look at every day. Like one of my favourites, which is a double white spotted. She's called Cinderella, and she is just, I think there's 2 flowers open on her. Obviously I didn't go and check on her today because it was too yuck out there, but that at the moment is I have to go and look at it every 5 minutes to see to see how she's getting along. But yeah, they all do come out differently. So Merlot will be next in the front garden. She's come up and she's budded but not opened yet, so it's very exciting
Merlot's a
time.
deep red one, is it?
Yes, and
My
she's
favourite.
beautiful. I have that right by the front door, because the dark ones you don't want to have too far away because they're difficult to see. So I try and have the white ones, if I'm putting stuff at the back, the lighter colours, so that you can see them from the house. And then like the darkest ones should be somewhere where you can see them close to the house.
The only thing is, they're always like that.
Well, it depends on I think they do breed them to be more upright. I bought one last week. And the reason I bought it, and they had so many lovely ones. I went for a cup of tea and a piece of cake to mull over what ones I was going to buy because I'd seen so many nice ones. And in the end, I went out and I picked up what I thought I was getting, and I was like, no, do you know what? They're all looking down. I'm going to go and get this one over here that I hadn't even considered because that was looking up and showing me its pretty face. So I bought her instead. And my red one, now that she's like fully stood up, she is facing out, so you can see her. But they do that to protect the pollen from the rain, so that it's there for the bees to access. So it's very clever. But yeah, you can get. And again, I've got different ones, so. But
yeah, I do keep a bit more of a special eye on you when your hellebores are out.
Well, I kind of think I just think it's such an exciting time. Like Marc will probably tell you, it's an exciting time at work for me because there are snowdrops everywhere, or there's aconites everywhere, or there's crocuses coming up in the lawn. There's all really exciting things, but I don't have a woodland garden and I don't have any of those joys to look forward to. The few snowdrops I planted in the back garden are just, they're not happy. They're not spreading anytime soon. So, but my hellebores are happy, and I just think where I can shoehorn in another one, I will, because how much joy do they give you when it's like this? Grey and dark and horrible.
Like I just said about 3 times, I love seeing yours on Instagram, but I've only got 2. I don't know why I don't treat myself to some.
Yeah, get some crazy. More. I'm desperate
I always
to go.
think it's because it's all leaf all the year.
Yeah, but that's just nice in itself, that it doesn't disappear and you've got something to look at, don't you think? I quite like that.
They're good in the shade as well, so
yeah,
good for a shade corner.
Exactly. So I've got like an area at the back of my garden that's all trees, and that has obviously matured in the time that we've been here. So my garden is actually becoming more and more shady as the years go on. So those shade plants are really important to me.
You just said you haven't got a woodland garden, but it sounds like you're getting one.
No, it's just hellebores. No, that's behind. That's at the back of the garden.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, behind the fence. Yeah.
I get you. Right, so you didn't used to be a gardener, did you?
I didn't.
No. Tell us all about that then.
So I'm not going to sit here and say that I got into gardening in lockdown like everybody else. Because I actually was giving it a go before then, but only because I was on mat leave. So I was on mat leave in 2018, and I think 2019, while I was still on mat leave, that was the first year that I started growing and I grew loads from seed, like a stupid amount. I think I grew like 72 penstemon. my tiny garden. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just decided that this was something I was going to do. So yeah, I started gardening on mat leave, then went back to work, and then obviously we went into lockdown the following year, and I was very newly pregnant with my second, and obviously I did do bits and pieces during that time because there wasn't a lot else to do. And then I got made redundant because they went under because of COVID, and I found myself pregnant and thinking, what am I going to do now? So my husband works for Bedford College Group, and he said to me, why don't you have a look at what courses we run and just think about maybe retraining, just take this as an opportunity to do something else. So I looked at that and I was like, I think he thought I was going to go and do, because I've got a fashion degree, I think he thought I was going to go and do an upholstery course and do curtains and things. And I was like, do they do horticulture? And they do over at Shuttleworth. So when my youngest was 11 months, I went to college 1 day a week. Well, it wasn't 1 day a week. It was 1 day a week for the theory, and then I did a Saturday morning, half a day for the practical, because I just wanted to get the whole lot done quickly so that I could go into gardening. So I did my RHS level 2, and then that was really good for kind of learning all the in-depth soil science and stuff, the things I hadn't considered whatsoever because I was just giving it a go and learning from people on Instagram. But I kind of needed that real practical hands-on experience. And I went, where did I go? I bumped into a college, someone I went to college with, and she told me about the RAG scheme. So I was like, right, that sounds like what I need. So I came home and immediately looked into that. And gosh, I can't even remember how I applied now. I must have sent an email to someone. So I applied.
Sorry, Laura, just one second.
Right.
Rewind a bit. So you went from sewing 75 Penstomen to then doing your level 2 RHS course.
Yeah.
Nothing in between.
Well,
so you went from, just a bit of a gardener to straight up to probably one of the hardest courses.
Well, I just thought I don't know. It was a new hobby that made me. I don't know, really passionate. I just loved. Like, I was thinking about the garden all the time, talking about it. My husband couldn't care less. He was like, "I've switched off. Sorry, what were you saying?" And he was like, "You do what you like out there. I don't care." But yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. And I had a friend that I used to talk to in the middle of the night while I was up breastfeeding my son, because that can be a really lonely time, let me tell you. So like 4 a.m. chats on WhatsApp with her, and she is also now a gardener. Wasn't then, but we would chat just garden stuff. She was like, "Oh, I'm quite into I'm quite into gardening as well." And we'd at that time she knew a lot more than I did, but we'd just kind of run ideas past each other. Yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, and I thought, I think there's something in this that I need to go and do. But I think I was quite certain that I wasn't going to try it and then drop out. I think I knew that it was going to be what I wanted.
That's what I was thinking, because normally, people give it a while, and is it a phase, or should I do it? When you said a horticultural thing at college, I thought you meant just go and learn how to do a bit of gardening to start with, and then you moved on to the RHS one. But no.
Well, do you know what? It was really interesting when I got there. One of the lecturers, who actually ended up being my lecturer, he said, because everyone was all crowded around in the parking lot getting enrolled, and he was like, look at you all, it's fantastic. He said, when I started teaching here, I had 7 students. He said, now we've had to employ other lecturers because the classes are full. And he was like, look, there's 3 full classes here, and this was off the back of lockdown. He was like, this is amazing.
Lockdown was good for gardening, wasn't it?
It was.
Definitely was, yeah. So tell us about the RHS qualification and how does it work?
Well, it has changed, I will say that, since I did it.
Okay.
And I went in, I chose to go in, you can do it remotely. I chose to go into college because I thought I might meet friends that I want to start going to business with, or, you know, I just think that you can't, I just thought it might bring up opportunities, and it's definitely always worth being around like-minded people rather than isolated. And you ask questions, or somebody else might ask a question you're afraid to ask, and I think you learn more like that. So, but don't get me wrong, I came home from my first day, and my husband was like, "How did it go?" And I was like, they were talking about quince. I didn't even know what quince was. I didn't even know what that was. And they were talking about rootstock. They were having a conversation about different rootstocks and MS-26 and stuff. And I just thought, what the have I walked into? What is this?
That's why I thought that's a big jump from doing that, going bang straight in.
It was really scary, but the units that I didn't know, so for example, the first unit we did was growing fruit and veg, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't have an allotment then. I'd never grown any fruit and veg in my life, and I had to study really hard and really pay attention, but I got one of the highest marks was that paper. And I think it's because I was so determined to wrap my head around everything I didn't know, that I concentrated really hard. There was other things that were really easy, like the propagation paper. I just thought, I don't even really need to be in these lessons because I love propagation. I find it fascinating. I just think if you can divide and make more plants, even though you don't need them, I like to do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were units where I was like, what is this? Soil science was really interesting. But yeah, there were some parts that did terrify me.
About
but I think you've got to have an overall knowledge, haven't you, if you want to step into a brand new field to you. You've got to go right in there and embrace it, I suppose.
Definitely.
Yeah, I bet the Latin names came a bit hard to start with.
That was really hard, and I had to learn 10 every week, and you'd walk in and have your assessment. I used to chant them with my son on the way to nursery. Just to get them in my head. And some of them I still use. If I'm weeding, I'll go, oh, there's an Urtica dioica or whatever. And everyone's like, what? But I just feel like I've learnt it now, so I'm going to use it.
That's the thing. If you don't use it, it just drifts off, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Right. So how long does that take to do that course then?
It's just under a year, so it's an academic year, I suppose. I must have gone there in September, and I think their exams are in June.
Right.
Yeah, May or June. Sorry, the cat's just.
I guess you can do it, like you say, you can do it remotely. So is it still a year, or you can take longer?
I'm not sure if you
Because
do
I
it
don't think
remotely.
I could squeeze it into that amount of time with everything else going on.
You can, I don't know, but I think you can study it and then you don't necessarily have to take the exams immediately after that course of study, if that makes sense.
Oh, right,
So
yeah, yeah.
there were people in the exams that had done it in drips and drabs and were just sitting that paper, but I hadn't seen them because I hadn't been in college, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So I did all of the units all at once to get it out of the way, because I was like, well, if I'm going to retrain, I need to do it quickly so that I can get into some employment.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm.
Um,
Am I right in thinking there is an actual level 1?
I don't think there's an RHS level 1.
Is there not?
No,
maybe not.
They did teach. They did have, like, at the college, but it wasn't RHS. They did bits and pieces that were level 1, just like mower safety use and stuff like that. But they said you didn't need to do any level 1 stuff to go on to the RHS level 2. You could be a complete novice like myself, or you can just go straight onto the course.
Brilliant. So after the first year, you passed, obviously.
I did.
Flying colours.
Thank goodness. I did better on some than others. I surprised myself, because I'm not an academic person. I am a creative person. I'm good with my hands. But at school, the maths and science stuff was not my thing. Art and woodwork, yes, but no. Everything else, not so much.
So after you passed, what happened then? How long did it take before you went and got your first money-earning job?
I got my first client very soon after. A little old lady that lives down the road, and I went to her once a fortnight, and I think I got quite a lot of clients quite quickly. I put one ad on the local Facebook market, not Facebook market, like a local Facebook group for my area. I put one ad on there one time, and I got 1 or 2 jobs from that. At the same time, I started my rags scheme October of that year. So I passed my exams in June. I don't think I found out I'd passed them until later, but I did my exams, and then I started working in October at Kingsbridge Farm. That is, I think you have to do 12 to 16 hours per week.
So just explain what rags is then, because some people might not know.
It's working. It's run by the Working for Gardeners Association, and RAGS stands for, my God, is it like Work and Retrain as Gardener?
Work retrain as gardener.
Work and Retrain as a gardener scheme. That's what the S is for.
Sounds right.
So what that entails,
what
that entails is 1 complete year working your 12 to 16 hours per week. What are you going to do? Don't knock my phone over. Sorry, I think the kittens have woken up. One complete year under the guidance of either the head gardener or the garden owner. And the reason it's a complete year is so that you get a complete picture of every job that would need to be completed to to work in the garden. So I found it really good. Please don't knock things over. I found it really good. Practical. It was the practical experience that I needed. And it was just brilliant because I asked loads of questions. Go on then. Asked loads of questions, learned an absolute ton, and still do, because I'm still there, not training, but I'm still at the gardens because it's the most beautiful place to work. And I feel very fortunate that I get to work there.
So is the brag scheme paid?
It is paid while you're learning on minimum wage. Yeah, so you are earning something. You do have to pay to do it. And I think what I paid was somewhere between £600 and £800. But at the time I was desperate to go and do my RHS level 3 just because I'm a bit of a nerd and I really wanted to go and learn how to do the chip tea budding, however they do roses and fruit trees, basically. Envelope. I can't think what it's blooming called, but grafting, yes, that's what I wanted to go and learn. But the RHS level 3 is about £2,000, so wow. I had to weigh up. I've got these two options here. One of them's cheaper and it sounds like I'm going to get loads of overall knowledge, or I could go and do a level 3 and spend more, and I wasn't really sure what out of that, where I'd go next from that. And I thought this practical experience, as I wanted to be, I knew from the minute I started training that I wanted to be a self-employed gardener. So that was always my focus, really.
Sounds good. And since then, have you ever looked back? Ever had any regrets?
No, never. Even on the wet, I hate working when it's raining. Even when it's wet and miserable, if I'm doing something that I really love, like training a climbing rose against a wall, or I don't know, tidying up the hellebores, any of my favourite jobs, it doesn't matter, because even the sound of the rain falling into the stream is nice. The birds are always singing. There's a jay that always sounds like it's laughing at me. But I just love it. I think it's great. Yeah, you can't beat it. I showed my son saw some pictures of me at work the other day, because I'm thinking about doing a little bit of content around what I do as a gardener over winter, because I think people just think you hibernate, do nothing.
Drink hot chocolate.
And he said, "Mummy, you look really happy." I said, "Well, I'm at work." Hopefully he doesn't think I'm miserable at home, but yeah, no, I love it.
So you work at the garden still? For how often?
2 days a week.
2 days a week, and the rest are you're jobbing around different people's gardens?
Yes, around the school run as well. It was one of the reasons I kind of wanted to be a gardener, was because I thought, and work for myself, was because I thought I can make it work around my lifestyle, fit around the kids. Because if I'd have stayed in retail, and there's no way that would have ever happened. You have to work all the days when you want to be with family. You've got to work. So yeah, it just works better for me. So there are only some of them are only small jobs, like I'll go and do 2 hours here, I'll have a bit of lunch, and I might be able to go and do another 2 hours there, and then I'm picking up the kids. But I love it. And I love, even if someone's got a really small garden, there's specific things that I love about all of my clients' different gardens. Like one of them's got an amazing collection of roses. And they're just really lovely people. Everyone I work for, they're all really lovely. And I just enjoy going, you know. If I haven't been there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, see what's new in their garden. It's like I get to nose around everybody else's gardens as if they're mine, you know.
Yeah.
And what I love is if I've suggested something, or I've actually gone out and bought the plant for them and put it in, to go and turn up and it's looking magnificent. That is really, really, it just makes me really happy. There's one lady
the right choice.
Yeah, and I just think, I've made a difference here. Yeah, and that's nice.
Sorry, I butted in. One lady.
Well, there's one lady I put some, I said it's quite shady here, so she'd asked for a list of shade plants, and she went and bought from Frost's this bleeding heart, and I was like, no, I was like, the Morrisons, they're about £2 bare roots. And I was so upset, so I went and bought some for her. I went, look, do you want me to buy them for you? I'll pot them up, I'll get them to a plant stage, and then I'll stick them in the ground. And she was like, oh yes, please. And yeah, when I turned up the following year, because they take a while to get established, but the following year they were like huge and beautiful, and she was like, oh, they're so lovely. She was like, you told me to, and I was like, I know. Yeah, that's really
good.
nice.
It's good to get some appreciation, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't happen very often, but when it does happen, it's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely more so in gardening. I think it's just a nicer caliber of people than the general public that I may have dealt with in the past.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Most people are interested
because
in
I was the
gardens.
manager, and it's always those people that I need to speak to the manager, and you're like,
oh yeah. The only time you want to be spoken to is when you're going to get a finger shook at you. Yeah, I don't normally get my work, because I'm an electrician, don't get much praise, to be honest, because there's a light switch there and there's a light bulb hanging there, that kind of thing. But most people in gardens, they're nice people, and they love gardens. So
yes, I think if they've got a gardener in, they want to have a nice garden. They want to enjoy it, don't they? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, anyone can just have a square bit of lawn and a little border, can't they?
Yeah
definitely. So what kind of things are you doing at work at the minute then?
There's quite a bit.
Talking about gardens in the winter, we don't all put them to bed. No,
we don't. And actually, the lady I work for absolutely detests that phrase. It makes her really cross because, you don't, do you? You're so busy. I think everything we do now is putting in the legwork so that it can look good for when the garden is open in May and June. So what have we been doing? So I cleared all the hellebore leaves along to, she's got a really big woodland border full of hellebores. So I de-leafed them a little while back and then went through the whole thing and weeded and mulched it all with leaf mold. Everything in the woodland we tried to it's leaf mold or bark chippings as a mulch rather than the compost that goes onto the herbaceous beds. But cutting back anything that's gone slimy and anything that isn't beautiful goes. So she very eloquently says, that's not beautiful anymore, deal with it. So we cut back. There's loads of weeding at the moment, and it's not necessarily weeding in the sense of just weeds, but the aerometallicum has worked its way through anything you might want to show off. So I had to dig out, and you'll know, Marc, digging out aerometallicum. How fun is that?
Very deep rooted, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and it's worked its way through all the hellebores on the bank. So I thought I need my knife for this job, so I did that recently. And again, it's working its way around through all the snowdrops. And you know, if you've got an area you want to show off the snowdrops, you want to show off the hellebores, and that is a bit of a thug that is fine around the base of an Amelanchier tree, but it needs to stay in its lane, doesn't it?
A bit like Lily of the Valley, that's the same. That does the whole, I'm taking over this whole area.
Yes, yeah. So we have a few things that around that aren't necessarily a weed, but they are taking over, and we're there pulling it back. But yeah, looking at any areas that maybe aren't that exciting and looking for opportunity. So this time of year, while the snowdrops are flowering or about to flower, there was 2 patches in one of the beds, and they had sort of walked, and so it wasn't a nice clear 2 clumps anymore. They'd sort of dotted around everywhere. So I have lifted all of those and put them into a clump and planted them under the berberis, where we've got some hellebores and some other snowdrop clumps, so that it looks more of a nice feature. But yeah, it is snowdrops, aconites. Last year we lifted quite a lot of aconites and moved them under, there's like a shrub area, and we put them under a tree. Might be a magnolia, it might not be. I can't remember, but we put them under there anyway, just sort of spread them about. And this year they look beautiful, and that was just from 1 year of digging a few up and taking them over, and that's really made an impact in that area. And then again last year I lifted some hellebores, but the stinking hellebore, you know, the ones that are kind of that lime green. They don't really look like a flower, but they're just a nice bit of lime green this time of year. They weren't obviously flowering last year. There were smaller plants, and we were like tidying up the bed, and it was, so we sort of had this we had loads of clumps of these little sort of younger plants of those, and we were like, let's pop them by the stream. There's nothing of any interest there. We'll pop them there, and they are there flowering this year, looking fantastic. So there's lots of little, you know, walking around and looking at opportunities, but also always thinking, what is the next thing to show off? So we systematically work through what is the next big thing. So a few months ago it was, right, the hellebores are going to be next and the snowdrops are going to be next. So went around weeding around all of those areas and mulching, so that when they do come up, they look beautiful. They're shown off and they look beautiful, and you walk around the garden and you're like, oh, doesn't this look lovely? So yeah, lots of that. I don't know what is next, actually. We've just done the stream, the bank along the stream, a massive, we all went down and tackled that. That was a big job, because the cow parsley creeps in there, and again the root on that yeah, and then they get flung in the stream.
So surely the next big show is going to be bulbs.
Yeah,
Spring bulbs. What have you planted loads of them, or just
not loads and loads, because tulips are expensive and short-lived. You get 2 weeks for all your money you spend for them. You get 2 weeks, don't you? So yes, we've planted some bulbs, but we're kind of going through there's 3 main herbaceous borders off of the main lawn, and that's where we've kind of been working most recently. I grow a lot of wallflowers as well to top all the tulips in the pot. I mean, the pots are huge there, because of the size of the garden, you need them to hold the space. So yeah, got loads of wallflowers in situ, so I'm looking forward to seeing those. There's a pulmonaria blue enzyme that I don't think that's flowering yet, but that bed's done and looking beautiful and ready to welcome that. That'll be soon. I've moved some grasses near the stream, like a yellowy grass. Don't ask me what it is called. I don't know. Trying to think what else I've been doing. Rose pruning. I did the grapevines. The roses will be the next big task because there's a lot. And yeah.
Is it a specific rose garden apart, or are they just spread everywhere?
Yeah, there is a specific rose bed in the swimming pool area. That's really beautiful. I've just started that now, so I'll work my way through those. But then they're sort of dotted around. There's quite a few in the shrubbery. And then there's some further out, but they suffer from the deer. The deer are quite happy to come in and eat the roses. So they are fenced. Some of them are fenced off because otherwise they're just going to die. Sadly.
Does a deer do the pruning for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit of a pain in the butt for lots of people, gardens, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I would never. I'm lucky enough that obviously in my tiny little garden I don't have deer wandering in, but yeah, there's quite a lot of larger pests that I would never consider a pest in my garden. But I get very frustrated in this garden with some of the pests. Even the pheasants, they'll just come along and peck all of the crocuses in the lawn, and then they're all gone immediately. You'll kind of walk around one morning, they look beautiful, and then by the afternoon, you're like, where have the crocus gone?
Mark, I've never asked you, do you get problems with deer in your garden at work?
We don't really. We have got deer, because obviously when I first started, we didn't have the woodland next door, but the woodland's sort of 12 years old now, so we're starting to get deer coming into the woodland. And we, they can obviously get into the garden from the woodland. So, yeah, but no, they haven't really caused any damage, touch wood, yet.
That's good.
Hopefully crossed. Is the garden completely round with a rivery dike thing, whatever's round there?
The stream.
Yeah, Mark's that where you took me, Mark, down the bottom where it was empty. But does that stream stroke river go all the way around? You got a bit of a moat round it.
Kind of, but they can get over it. I've seen them jump it before.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, yeah, I think the only thing to stop deer is like 6 foot fence.
Yeah.
Which you don't really want to do.
No.
Stops everything then, doesn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, you won't get anything coming in then, will you?
No. Yeah. Shame. Right, so let's move on to another bit. Allotment. Yes.
The allotment?
So, yes. Let's talk about allotment. I wouldn't say my interest because I love gardening full stop, but I love my allotment is my baby. How long you had yours?
Since 2022, May, I think, May of 2022.
No, so you're going into maybe your 4th year now then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And when you got that, was it a wreck or was it?
No, I was very lucky. It wasn't a wreck because the lady that had the plot next to it, she used to have both plots and then decided to it was too much for her and she was going to take a step back. And she had really looked after it. I mean, that plot next to me is immaculate and always makes me feel a little bit ashamed of the state of mine. I just have to remind myself I'm busy and I've got young kids and I you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to beat myself up over it if it's a bit messier than somebody else's. But it wasn't in terrible nick. The beds are all there. I have never changed any of the layout of it. Trying to think how it looked. There were weeds because she said, oh, it was all covered over, but I think then it became available and she was asked to clear it. So she was like, nature's taken over. And I was like, it's fine. But I just tackle one bed at a time and treat it like that. And I kind of think, even if it is a mess, or even if I only have 2/3 of it full at any one time, at least I'm using the space and I'm getting enjoyment out of it. Because I'll hold my hands up, I am one of the people that does compare to myself to everybody else, and we all have very different circumstances, don't we, and what we can and can't achieve, time, all the rest of it. So, and my back doesn't allow me to do a lot of things now, since I've had this damn sciatica for the past year. So it is what it is, but I really get a lot of enjoyment out of having that space, and I would never give it up.
No, amazing. I absolutely love mine. But like you're saying about comparing to other people, I done a post just the weekend that my allotment is not been touched for months, and I'm happy with that. No, I just leave it now. It's fine, and then probably the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'll chop everything down, mulch it, and away again. Yeah. But there's people, you know, that are, it's all pristine now and it's ready, and it's, you don't have to be. No. Don't follow the crowd if you don't want to. Yeah, fair enough if you want to. If you want to, but doesn't matter. Nothing's growing in there at the minute anyway. Just leave it. No, but what I love about this time of year is it's the only time that I feel like I can work faster than nature. So for me, because as soon as spring arrives, everything's like whoom, and you know, including the weeds. So that is when I get stressed, because I feel like I'm chasing my own tail, and that's when I'm like, oh, well, theirs looks lovely and mine looks like this. There's sticky weed everywhere. But you know, I've been going to the allotment for about 3 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I think I'm happy with that. Actually, I might just keep that as my allotment time if I can. I've gone whichever day it's not raining. That's when I've chosen to go, and I've been working my way through just a bit of tidying up here and there. I emptied 2 compost bins the other day on what I thought was going to be the squash bed. But after analysing how many dahlias I've ordered and how many seedlings I might be growing, I might have to rethink. I had a conversation with the boys yesterday. I was like, don't know if there's any room for pumpkins. Is that going to be an issue? And they were like, no, we're not bothered. Oh, wow. I thought they were going to kick off about that. I thought they were, because the ones we grow, like the watered ones and the Turk's turban, you can't really get those in the supermarket. And that's why we enjoy growing those ones. And then we do just buy a big one to carve rather than trying to grow it, because, oh God, I struggled with the watering last year. So, I've chucked 2 compost bins on that, and I just thought, the squash will like that. But I might be rethinking that. That might become more dahlias. We'll see. Oh dear. I think the flowers are slowly just taking over the whole. I was just about to say, what's the percentage of flowers to vegetables? Well, I'm not a big veg person. I've decided that I'm giving up with sweet corn.
much as I absolutely love homegrown sweet corn, I'm just fighting a losing battle there because I'm next to a hedge. The squirrels come out of the hedge and they eat all the damn corn before I can get to it. And last year they got to it before it was even anywhere near ready. They just ate the plant down to the ground. And I built a cage around it, and then of course I couldn't water it, and so I'm not giving myself that stress this year. But I love courgettes, so I will definitely give them. I was probably thinking they can go in that where I've made it all lovely. I might put the courgettes in there.
They'll love that.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. And I need to move them anyway because they don't do so well where I have been growing them. I think they need more sun, and they'll be right as close to the water source as possible, which is going to help me with my back. So I'm going to do courgettes. I probably will do some pumpkins because I enjoy it. It makes me feel like a kid. I get excited about the pumpkins. And then for me, it's all about the fruit, I'm afraid. I absolutely love my thornless blackberry arch. I think that's the best idea I've ever come up with. I love it. Lovely. And I've just pruned that. So that's ready to go. And then the raspberry canes are really struggling. Again, they're next to a hedge. And I just think it was way too dry. Right. And then the strawberries have gone mad. I pulled everything out of the strawberry bed and made it into a foliage and fillers bed to go with my cut flowers. But the strawberries aren't having it. So they're all in these big gorilla tubs next to that bed they used to be in. And they've just gone, we want to be over here. And and sent the little runners all the way across. So I did pull them all out the other day, but then I noticed some had crept back in. So yeah, and the boys love the fruit. They will come and pick the blackberries and the strawberries and the raspberries, and they will eat those things. So I was toying with the idea of sticking in a hardy seedless grapevine of some description. Again, so I could do another arch and do a grapevine arch. I quite like the idea of trying that. But otherwise, I think... Oh, and I've got my rhubarb. You can't have an allotment without having rhubarb, can you?
Definitely not.
I didn't have rhubarb. I did plant it. But I've stuck an old bin over one of them. I alternate them. I've got two crowns, are they called? I've got two. And I force one every other year. But yeah, my courgettes, if you can help me get some really good courgettes, that'd be grand.
Marc can't. You didn't do too bad this year, yeah. So you don't do the standards, carrots, beetroot, etc.?
No one eats carrots. My kids don't. They won't eat them. So it just feels like a waste of my time. And I've always done potatoes. I've always done potatoes in grow bags along the side, new potatoes, and then I like to do spring onions, and then I've got chives in the front garden, and then I quite liked the way that I was making my own potato salad with those things. Nice. But again, I was not going to do the potatoes this year. I feel like I want to do everything, and I'm sure we're all guilty of this. I want to do absolutely everything because it's all fun and I love growing and it gets really exciting. But the reality is that I've got a bad back. I can't get there as often as possible. And I just need to rein it in. I need to be realistic. What do I get the most joy from? And for me, that mainly is the dahlias and the snapdragons and the cosmos and those things. And to be able to pick a couple of courgettes and some salad. Well, the salad I'm doing at home because I've realised quickly that if that's not on my doorstep, yeah, that's not ideal, is it? So I do rocket, and I tried doing some radishes and bits in pots by the back door, because at least then it can get picked and used, and chuck a watering can over it easily.
That's exactly what you said, marking it this year.
Yeah, because I mean, my sort of allotment plots down the bottom of my garden, and even that's too far to go.
Too far, yeah.
Salad, you want it outside your back door.
Yeah. I think you just need to make life as easy for yourself as possible. Yeah. And you all know, Mark, if you are working full time as a gardener, you haven't got time to spend 2 hours going around with a hose every evening or whatever. That's why last year I did all the plant theatre, all of my pots. I just put drought tolerant plants in, and that was the best thing I could have done, because that's what it needs. I need stuff that is going to look lovely under minimum effort. Yeah, I do
like your plant theatre. Very nice. Yeah. You did mention on the messages earlier that you're going to put some hellebores in just for cutting in your allotment.
I'm thinking that would be a good idea, because there's a bed that I don't really I haven't got anything in it, and it's been that way for a while, and I just thought that's the shadiest side. I'm thinking I could just do a row or even two, because I've got quite a lot of hellebores that are quite juvenile, that from where mine in the front garden, where they're happy as Larry, they've seeded, and then I've sort of dug up the seedlings and cared for them, and now they're quite a good sized plant. They don't look like they're going to give me any flowers for some reason this year, but I just think they're better off in the ground, not in pots. So I think I might just get those at the allotment, and then they can mature, and then they look really great because once they've gone over a bit and you're left with the bracts, that's when they have a good vase life. And I think they are really lovely with daffodils in a vase. And I grow tons and tons of daffodils for cutting. So I just think that might be an option. Might be a good idea for me to have a hellebore patch anyway, because in my little land of make-believe, my ultimate thing would be to be a hellebore breeder. So I think it'd be good for me to have a little hellebore patch where they can where my hellebore babies can grow, and I'll see what I get, because they are all from seed, so they should all be hybrids, shouldn't they? I don't know what I'm getting.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting when they do finally flower, to see what you've got. Yeah,
they're from Victoria, so they should be dark, but you don't know. I don't know if they've been crossed or anything like that. But yeah, I think that's all I knew. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Also, if I stick some hellebores in at the allotment, it's another perennial. It's kind of, and it's going to fill a space, and I'm all over adding a perennial in for cutting, rather than trying to do loads of annuals and stuff that's loads of work. Yeah. They could just go, and if they're in the ground, then they're kind of ground cover, aren't they? So that the soil isn't getting all the nutrients washed out of it all the time when we have winters like this.
So when you take your hellebore for cuttings, will that come good next year and flower next year, or has it got does it take a while for it to come good and flower as a cutting?
I don't know. I've not done hellebore cuttings.
Ah, right. I see. I thought when you said cuttings, I thought you.
No, I want them for cutting.
For cutting.
Yes. So I want to get them in. I'm thinking, for cutting. Because they look really nice with daffodils, and that's about the time when they've flowered, and then all the pollen's gone from the centre, and that is the bit that will last in a vase. You don't want to pick them when they've just opened up, because they literally wilt before your eyes.
All right.
But yeah, you can, if you pick them when they've gone over, basically, that's the best time to have them.
Ah. So you got people, they pick them and float them in a little bowl of water.
Yes, that looks very pretty. I've done that before in the bird bath.
Something nice for the birds to look at while they're having a bath.
I've just done it for a picture, really, and then but people bring them. I've got a nice gold bowl, actually. People have them kind of on the middle of the table to, you know, so you can enjoy the blooms inside. But I like to enjoy them outside, and in case there are any bees looking for the food.
Lovely.
Need to put them in hanging baskets and then you can see them.
I have done them in hanging baskets before. Yeah.
I thought of that.
Yeah, but my problem is now I've got 3 empty hanging baskets this year, because I thought if I fill them with hellebores, I genuinely don't know where I would shoehorn in the hellebores once
they're finished.
Because I couldn't leave them in the hanging baskets. I think they'd dry out and die. So I haven't done it this year.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I think we've covered lots about your gardening life, Laura.
Yeah.
It's been really, really good. But Marc has some questions for you, if you're right for that, for some quick fire ones.
Okay.
Before we let you go. I don't know why everybody gets nervous about it. There are only a few questions.
Okay.
Everybody gets that nervous look on their face when I say that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Right, first one, flowers or edibles?
Flowers.
We knew that.
Beach or forest?
Oh, gosh, that's a hard one. I think it's got to be beach.
Beach. Cool. Go-to emoji in a text message?
It's usually the one covering its face.
That's a good one. If you could only have one snack for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Snack? Oh, gosh. Pecans.
Pecans.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm quite big on pecans at the moment.
Wow.
One I haven't tried yet.
No.
What's your favourite day of the week?
Does everyone say Friday?
Not necessarily.
No, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Saturday.
Good choice. And what would you do with your perfect Saturday?
3 hours up the allotment.
Yeah. Yeah, a dry day at the allotment, and or doing a couple of hours work for a client, and then and then I like the family time when we come home. So my husband makes everyone homemade pizzas, and the kids watch Gladiators, and that's what Saturdays are all about.
Definitely.
Today's favourite plant?
Today's?
Yeah.
Hellebores.
Hellebores, of course.
I'm really boring, aren't I?
No.
Favourite season?
Spring.
Now. Well, soon.
Yeah, my birthday is the first day of spring.
Nice.
What do you class the first day of spring as then?
It's the 21st. Don't let anyone tell you it's the 20th.
21st.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I was speaking to someone the other day.
Spring equinox. Everyone will always tell you it's the 20th. It's not. It's the 21st.
But I always say it's March. I always think spring is March, April, May.
No, it has to run from the 21st, doesn't it?
Why?
Because it does. Because the autumn equinox starts on the 21st of it's October, isn't it? September.
But then I thought autumn was September, October, November. Isn't it the there's two different ones, isn't there? There's a what are they called? the astronomical one and the
there is two different definitions.
there's two different starts of spring, and isn't there?
Right.
Can't remember what they're called.
And like when the clocks go back and stuff, isn't there? But it isn't.
But I always do it as March, April, May, June, July, August. That's summer.
Okay.
That's how I always think. Oh, spring's in about 3 weeks. I don't know the equinox thing.
If you could make one thing disappear from your garden or the gardening world, what would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. One thing disappear.
It's usually people's least favourite weed.
Well, I'm trying to think weeds, but I don't have a lot of weeds because I plant everything so close to one another. I actually don't weed my own garden very much. I'm going to say dandelions because they're an absolute pain to get out, aren't they?
Deep-rooted.
Taraxacum officinale.
Oh.
And then the next one is, what's your favourite weed?
Say it again.
Daisies, Bellis perennis.
God.
Weed.
You're saying all the right things, Laura.
Garden visit or plant shopping trip?
Well, I'm going to say garden visit because decent gardens have got a nursery attached to them. So it's two birds with one stone there.
Mm.
The cheat of that question.
Yeah.
Favourite garden scent?
Oh, that's tough. Star jasmine, maybe.
Oh, nice.
They are delicious.
There must be some lovely scents around the big garden at work at the moment.
Yeah, I love that that rose that flowers that she calls it grouse. She says it's like ground cover. It's like a bit of a nuisance, but I think it smells amazing.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, is it? What is that one? I can never remember the name of it. It's something like Darwinii or something like that, and it's really spiky. And it always smells of like citronella.
Oh no, I don't. No. This smells like some sort of talcum powdery, perfumey. It smells like the Avon catalogue when you're a kid.
Baby powder.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just got a really lovely scent, but yeah, star jasmine. I love hyacinths. Oh,
I do. Yeah, my favourite.
And I love a good rose as well.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
There's no point in having a rose unless it smells nice.
Exactly. If your plants could talk, what would they say about you?
Leave us alone.
Get off.
Stop fussing.
Not another picture. Get your phone away.
Final one. If you could choose 3 people to garden with, who would they be?
Dead or alive?
And they don't have to be famous either.
It would be people I work with, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. 2 people from Kingsbridge, and there's a client that I always garden with, and I really enjoy it. I'm not going to name them. I don't want to embarrass people.
No.
That's perfect. Brilliant.
I bet that's nice actually to garden, because you never think of the owners of the gardens coming out and gardening with the gardener, do you? You normally think, oh, you've got a gardener because they don't want to do it. But I bet that's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy it because obviously they're garden enthusiasts as well. So it's just nice, isn't it? Like working with like-minded people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Really good. Did your boss ever come out and help you, Mark?
No.
Nope.
Points and tells me to do stuff very rarely. Probably in my, what have been there now, 14 years, I think he's probably worked with us maybe twice in those years.
Do you have quite a big team, or is it just you at the moment?
Right now, it's just me. Every now and again, I get somebody in to help, but until spring, it will be just me.
Okay.
So sort of from October to March, it's just me on my own. Which is kind of annoying because now's the time, if I had more people, I'd get in front for...
You could get on top of everything, yeah.
It's the thing, you know, it's trying to convince people to spend more money, isn't it? It's a hell of a commitment to pay people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whose dog's barking?
Not mine, it's Marc. Dash is in every single episode.
He's had enough. Like, can we go sit down now?
Oh. Is that Winnie? It's a doggy. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's a doggy.
So young, is that a kitten? It's a little one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're only little.
Oh, lovely.
I'm sleeping.
Right, Laura, I'll let you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's been great. Really,
It's
really
lovely
good.
to be asked.
Loved
Terrifying as
about
it is,
Laura.
but yeah.
Oh, don't be daft. You're natural.
I'm just so not, yeah. I'm an anxious person, so doing something like this I find really nail biting.
Well,
but I'm an adult and I feel like I should just get over that and be brave. That's why I'm here.
Rip the plaster off.
Yeah.
Just before you go, you got any shows planned this year? You going anywhere?
Gardener's World live. I will definitely be going to, but yeah, that's the only one that I've discussed with a friend and said, yeah, let's book it.
Yeah, okay.
What about you?
Nothing.
No.
Solid, yeah. No, probably go to Gardeners World Live. That's a normal. Maybe Audley End. I like that little one.
Yes, I really like that.
Oh, and of course, Sandringham this year. OHS Sandringham, because it's literally 10 minutes away from me. Yes. About time. Everything's normally about 4 hours drive for me. But yeah, we've got one right on our doorstep. Yeah, so Sandringham was a definite.
Oh.
Yeah, brilliant. Right.
What about you, Mark?
Probably the same, Sandringham. Because I think the other one, me and Kim were talking the other day, what was Tatton, and then last year it was at Wentworth Woodhouse. It's now somewhere down Bristol way.
Badminton now.
Yeah. So I'm not going to that.
South Gloucestershire, isn't it?
Yeah. Really far away.
Yeah.
Horrible journey as well down to Gloucestershire. Like,
well, there's a garden that I want to ski in Gloucestershire, so I don't know. I might consider it.
Book it for have a full weekend.
Exactly. That's it. You make a weekend of it. It don't matter so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much for having me.
No, you're really welcome. Thanks for coming on. It's been really good. Really enjoyed it.
See you at a show.
Might see you at a show soon.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Take care, Laura. See you later.
Take care.
Bye. Wow.
There we go.
It's come so far in a short few years, really.
I think that's the thing. If you go full on into it, and I think that rag scheme is so good because, you know, you can go and do the theory, but it's having that confidence to apply the theory. And you know, if you just went and did it from an RHS level 2 straight into job and gardening, you haven't got anyone to go, you know, I'm not quite sure on this. What are we doing? Or can you just show me, and then I can do it. So yeah, it's a brilliant scheme.
Yeah.
Definitely, anyone that's looking to get into gardening, it seems.
Who else went on that? Was it Debbie?
No, there was somebody else that did it. I'm trying to think who it was. We've definitely had somebody else on, and I know Chris was registered on the rag scheme, but I don't think he had a placement.
Well, she did a garden at Gardeners World Live last year.
Oh, Donna.
Donna. I know it's been with me.
With the fairy bridge.
Yes, yeah.
Gardeners World Live, yeah, she's part of the rags thing, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And I think there was quite a few gardens at Gardeners World Live last year that were people from the rags.
Mm.
So it's a good route into gardening, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Really good. And to get some money out of it while training as well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, like Laura, if they've gone in and trained at a place, if that place has got the budget, they'll keep you on, and then that's sort of 2 days a week, and then you've just got 3 days a week to build up.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
good.
Gets your foot in the door, gets you some contacts. Even if you don't get a job at the place you've trained at, they might know other gardeners.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Once you're in.
It's good to have experience, isn't it? If you can go and say, "Oh, I've worked at such and such gardens for the last year," that's it. Rather than going, "Oh, I haven't worked anywhere yet."
Yeah, well, like I said when I was looking for people for work, like I'd rather have people that want to gain experience and have the passion over any qualifications.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the qualifications under the sun, and if you've never worked in a garden and you're not that way inclined, what good is it?
No. And even though Laura said she went in on a Saturdays to do some practical stuff, it still can't be much.
No, and it's not real hands-on.
No.
In an estate or in a garden.
No.
Very good. Other than doing, seed sowing and cuttings and that sort of thing, you can do all that in a classroom. That, pruning a 20-year-old shrub or pruning a fruit tree, you just can't gain that without doing it.
No, of course not. Oh, right. Enjoyed that. Really, really good.
Good chat.
Yes. As usual. Right. Time to go and have some food.
Jamie's tea time.
Brilliant. Okay, mate. Well, I'll
see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks, everybody. Thanks ever so much, Laura. And
same time.
Have a fantastic week. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.